Yeah. You can also join it. It's free for everyone.
Sir, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening,
Good
sir.
morning, good evening to all of you.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, good morning.
Good evening, sir.
We have about 2 minutes to go and we'll start in about 2 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Sir, start the class.
We are starting in a minute.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, very good evening to all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
You all can say hello
Good
to
evening, sir.
our teacher for today, Siddharth, who's live now.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, everyone.
Good
evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Hello,
Good evening.
everyone.
How are you all doing?
Good evening, sir.
Hi, everyone, and welcome everyone to Podium. Podium is a
Welcome, teacher. Thank you.
Podium is a super achiever-led education platform for co-curricular content taught by the world's best teachers. We will be launching in October 2020, and our first set of programs will be contemporary dance, drama, calligraphy, logical reasoning, blogging, animation, and public speaking. These programs will be taught by the world's best teachers, and we look forward to seeing you participate in these programs when they launch. Please do join our Facebook group for updates on these programs. Today, as part of our live session series, we have Siddharth Chaudhary. Please welcome him. He's an author, a celebrated entrepreneur, and he's here to take us through the beautiful journey of creating stories. Over to you, Siddharth, and thank you very much for joining us today.
And
Thank you,
Siddharth,
Raj.
just give me 1 minute. So children, we will keep all of you on mute after the first 5
Sir,
minutes.
what is Podium School?
Podium School is an online platform where we give you learning around things which are not taught in your school. So we will keep all of you on mute. We will open for questions every 15 minutes. So if you have any questions, sir, you can note that down so that you can ask when we
Sir, on land, the school is there, sir. Podium.
No, not on land. We are only online on your laptop and or phone.
Okay, sir. Means
So-
when you will start on land, sir, after Corona.
Yes, and we will be starting now. So all of you will be kept on mute now, and Siddharth sir will be talking to you. We'll get you open after every 15 minutes to ask questions. Okay. So Neeraj, can you put all of them on mute except Siddharth and me? Please? Thank you.
I have a question. So, can we raise our hand in the participants?
Absolutely,
So that we
yes,
get time
yes.
to.
It is, somebody else has done the screen sharing here, and I can't screen share unless and until
So somebody is screen sharing.
That's way good, sir.
Allowed
Yeah.
to.
Somebody's.
All right.
Now you can share.
Yeah. All right. So welcome to this class. And
Sir, what is your name, sir?
Siddharth, my name is written here. If you can see on the bottom, it's called Siddharth Chaudhary. That is my name. And so who am I? So let me introduce myself very briefly. So I am an entrepreneur. I run a agriculture company for farmers. So, a company like Amazon is an e-commerce company. We can buy products from Amazon. Here, farmers and retailers can buy products from our e-commerce. I live in Mumbai with my wife. That's, my parents
Sir,
are.
now we are explaining us from Mumbai, sir.
Yes. Where are you?
I'm from Hyderabad, sir.
Right. All right. So going on, I was born in Ranchi, which is, you all know Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He also is from the
Sir,
same,
Mahendra Singh Dhoni born there only.
right, he was born there. I was sailing on tankers for 4 years. Do you know how, a sailor goes on a ship and works there on a ship?
sir.
Works there for
Yes,
4
sir. Yes, sir. They give oil and other materials.
Hmm.
Did you ever get seasickness?
I
Siddharth, I'm
used to
muting
get
everyone.
CC.
I'm muting everyone now, and I will ask you to unmute yourself, Siddharth. 1 second.
Sure.
Sir. Good evening, sir.
All right. I hope you all can hear me now. I love writing. I was on the ship. I was in the sea. Somebody asked me a question about whether I used to get seasick. Every time I would go on a ship for a contract, the first rough weather, I would fall sick. But the sea also helped me find my creative side, and I started writing stories. I have been a daydreamer since my childhood, so that also helps me, think about different stories. I think about people, and so that's how I also write stories. So I will, talk to you about from my experience. How is it that I began my novel, and how did I publish it? And hopefully you could learn something from my journey. Okay, so so this in terms of how do you create a story, I'll keep it simple because we don't have too much time. So we would break this into 3 parts. If you are, if you like writing, or if you want to explore writing, there are 3 major parts that one could do. You need to think about the beginning. There's a certain work that would be required when you start writing a story. Then there is a middle part of the story, and then it's about how do you end the writing. Majority of it, I would focus majority of the time on the beginning part. You might have heard this saying that well begun is half done. So people who have heard about it can send that message on chat, and I can look at please unmute. I'm seeing the chats now. Can you all tell me how many of you actually like writing or have written something? Can you say yes on the chat? Okay, all right. I have written stuff. Very good. Very nice. So all of you, great. I love this group. So if you want, if you write, some of you might write, and when we allow the unmute, when you are unmuted, then you can talk about what you do. The way I do the beginning part is I think about what is the theme that I should write. It could be a mystery, it could be magic, it could be a humor, it could be about friendship, it could be about love, it could be about philosophy. So personally, I like writing simple stories about people, but I like, bringing philosophy into my books. But depending on what you like is what you should write. There is also a saying that you should always write something that you like reading. uh, Writing is at times a very, very boring work. You have to continuously do it. So you should do something, you should enjoy the whole process. So let me see the chat and let me see what 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 topic do you like writing. Can you write down on the chat about which, what interests you? Magic, nice. Okay, so mystery, thriller, love, mystery, Harry Potter. Okay, that's nice. Demon and Kingdom, adventure. Wow, horror. So there is a horror person also there. Time travel. Wow, amazing group. And fantasy, horror. All right, I get the drift. Very nice. So you understand that this, when you think about a theme, you start writing a story about, let's say, about friendship, or let's say about magic. Uh, Similarly, when you have thought about the concept that you like, and then you have thought about it, what do you do then? You then think about what kind of setting do you want to have, right? So it could have multiple settings. If you're writing a novel, like my novel, the setting was partly Ranchi, which is my birthplace. It was also about journey. So it's also about the ship. So for me, the setting was the ship. It was a few places in US. It was a few places in Europe, and it were a few places in South America. So you need to again draw from either real experiences, or something that you've heard from your parents or from your teacher, or you've read something online and you like that concept, or maybe you could write about a dream that you saw, and you liked it and you want to write about that. So I wrote my first novel on the basis of experiences that I had about the different people that I worked with, different people that I met. So, and then so I thought about the setting, and basis the setting and basis the theme, which was philosophy, then I started writing parts of the characters. So the next step, maybe we can do one more round and see uh, what kind of setting have you written about? Abandoned places. Okay. Anything else? Anybody has written something about okay, school, gardens and villages, and autobiography. Very nice. Forest, scary places. So a lot of you like mystery and mystical places, magic, scary nature. Very nice. Very nice. So I understand that most of you, I think, have written something. I see a village, very interesting. I work in villages. I go and work with farmers, so that's interesting. Mall. Yeah, war is nice. So perfect. I think we'll move on. So once you've thought about the setting, once you've thought about what kind of book do you want to write, in terms of so you all are clear there. So then you think about who are those people that are going to be a part of your story or the novel. So if you look at all the popular stories, they would have very different kind of characters within that story. Any story becomes interesting because of the people that are there and what happens with them in that story. So when you start thinking about, when you have thought about the setting, then you think about who all would be a part of the story. You would think about, how does that person look? Is he fat? Does he have spectacles? Is he bald? or you could have an actor in your movie. So the actor is is he what age is that actor, which does he do movies or does he do theater? And then you start thinking like you then define who those, you write about very deeply about those characters, and in your setting then you start thinking about how do you want to place them. So if your story is about friendships, then you think about your friends and what happened with your friends. If you went to a forest, what happened there? So then you have already thought about the setting, you've thought about the characters. You then start thinking how each character, how do you assign roles to them? And you could either, you could do multiple things, which we can then talk about in the next phase of this presentation. So in the stories that you have written, who have you written about? Vampires. Very nice. Enchanted forest king and queen. Okay, what else? Who would you want to write about? Unicorns. Wow. Very imaginative. Outspoken girls. Okay. Or a zombie. Yeah, parents. Nice. Strong person who's kind. Fruits that become alive. That's nice. Interesting. Aliens. Skeleton. Witches, students, best friend, how to live happily, family. People are scary. People who are scary. I see. All right. Unicorn. A lot of people want to write about unicorn. King of dragons and its princess. Plants. Singers, performers. Zombie. Very nice. All right. So, moving on to a simple thing, how many of you know which, where is this picture from? Harry Potter. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36. Wow, 37. Everybody knows this. So all of you. And who is the guy on the left? And who is on the right? Right. So do you know? So I'm guessing you all, love Harry Potter. So if you think about, the theme of Harry Potter, it's about the school of magic, but some part of it is about his childhood, and then the forest. Every magical thing it's already there. But in the essence of it, if you think about the theme of Harry Potter, it has, while magic is also a theme, but it's about friendship, it's about life, it's about magic, it's about a child, and how he, from being being born, so he's like, or he's an orphan, and then how does he succeed when he comes to the, but if you also think about Voldemort and Harry Potter, do you know what is common between them? What's common between both of them, between Harry Potter and Voldemort? Yes, orphans, that's true. What else? Magic. They are orphans, that's true. Both are excellent in their craft, that's true. What else? Wizards. They went to the same school, right? They both know how to speak the language. Yeah, they are doing very well. So both of them, they were orphans. They had a very tough childhood. Both of them went to the same school. Both of them were very good in their craft, but they are very different people, right? Harry Potter loves people, loves his friends, but while Voldemort is angry with people and he's bad and he's evil, and he uses his power to gain immortality, right? So if you think about characters, and you have to think about, how do you sketch those characters, so while Voldemort and Harry Potter have a similar upbringing, but that's how life is, right? We are thinking about, within us there is good, within us there is evil. We at times do the right things, we at times don't do the right things, similarly. So you have to think about it, how does your character behave? And then if you look at Harry Potter, there are hundreds of different characters, and it's very, each of them has their own story. So maybe, Hitesh, we can open up the floor for a while and we can look at the questions. It's a very interactive group.
Okay, now you can unmute yourself for 5 minutes and we will continue the session. Whoever wants to
Sir.
ask a question can unmute.
Yes. Yes, please.
Sir,
So would you send this PPT in the group? It will be helpful. Like, because I
Yes, we
can't-
will. Yes, we will.
Okay.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir,
Yes, sir. Sir, I didn't understand the beginning part which you told us that we have to write about the beginning of the story. How should we think and talk like our characters and something like that. I didn't understand it properly.
Oh, you didn't understand it properly. Okay. So when you're thinking about a story, think about what kind of theme you want to write. Whether you like writing about magic, or you want to write something about your friends.
sir,
So you need to.
Can you post this PPT on Facebook?
Yes, we will post the video with the PPT on
sir, how
Facebook.
do we decide the book cover?
How do you decide the book cover? When you
Sir,
are,
please answer my question.
yeah.
Okay, so what we will do is we will mute everyone. Raise your hand and
Sir, how
then
do we decide?
Yeah. So
How do we create a character?
Sir, when you mute us, we will not be able to unmute us.
no, we will ask you to raise a hand and then we will unmute you. Is that okay?
Yes, sir, that's the best.
okay.
Excuse me, sir.
We have muted you all. We will unmute you. Please raise your hand. Khushi, we are unmuting you. Divyanshi, we are unmuting you. Alia, we are unmuting you.
I was asking that how do we decide a book cover? Hello?
Siddharth, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah,
Sir?
I was not able to. Oh, now I can. Okay. So your question is unmute.
How to design a book cover?
See, the designing part, when you get to a publisher, the publisher would suggest they have their own creative people to design it. You could also alternately design, but usually the publisher does that.
And how do we know the best character that suits our story?
So that is about gut feeling. You have to keep writing to be able to know that. So one thing that I always do is I like writing about simple people, with whom maximum people can associate with. So look at Harry Potter. He's like a simple guy. He's not very fancy. He's an orphan. Anybody can be Harry Potter, right? So you need to think about a character who everybody can associate himself or herself with, and then you write a story about that person.
Ihu, you can ask your question.
yes. So my question is that which story was it? Which story did you recently make?
I wrote a very short story about a child who is not well, and she has a friend who lives next door, and how their friendship evolves. It's a short story. It's like a page long only.
Sanskriti, you can ask your question.
Sir, I was saying that what we have to do in the Facebook that you have given.
No, if you're not able to join here, you can join on Facebook because the capacity of this group is over.
Sir, I can join in that in the WhatsApp group. Sir, but today I come late, so you can tell what you have do in
We will
this
summarize
class.
after this. We will summarize after this. Daivik and Meriti, you can talk now, and Fatima and Umika.
Sir,
Yes, yes, Nariti.
sir, what do you mean by character sketch?
So when you have, let's say you are writing a story about your friends, and so there you have different friends. One is Divya, one is Sanskriti. And so you have to look at their personality in the novel. So you need to define how they are. As people, they're sweet people. They're good to animals. Somebody would be very rude. So so you have to define the personality of each person, and then you when you write the story, then you have to, everything that person says is according to his or her personality. So that is what character sketch means. You have to define who the different people in your stories are.
Anirudh, Ryan, Ritik, you can ask.
Yes,
sir.
Sir, I wanted to know that how to end up a story in a better way, because I had lost marks due to this many times.
You have lost what? I missed the last part of what you said.
I have lost marks in my test and assignment due
You have
to
lost
this
marks.
about ending a story.
So again, ending, I'll talk about the end also there in this presentation. But usually the end has to be, either it can be abrupt, but you need to think about how you have framed the story and what is it that you want to achieve from there. And we can talk about that during the end of the presentation.
Yes, Sanvi, you can ask the question.
My question was, do we have to write the characters in the beginning?
Yes, Anvi, you have to, in your story, very simply on a piece of paper, you first decide what the theme is. You decide the setting. So if it is a forest and you want to write about magical creatures, then you have to decide who those magical creatures are. Is it a magical flying horse? Is it a unicorn? I don't know if they're same, but unicorn also has a horn, right? And then you can think about who are the people who are going to be in your story. So then you have to write the names of the people, who, what's their personality like. Then once you have written that down, then you start thinking, how is your story going to be and how do you involve each of them? And what we will do after this, 1 hour is over, you could post your story on Facebook, and I would review that and I will tell you and I'll help you later on. Is that okay?
So I think Siddharth, you can continue because we will raise the question in the next
all right
break now. Yeah.
Sure. So are you muting everybody then?
Everyone is muted.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So moving on, we did the beginning part of the story building. Now we'll go to the middle part. So as I said, most of the part you need to think about is on the beginning. So the middle and the end would flow, but concentrate first on starting the right way. So once you've figured out the beginning and you've started writing, then you think about the middle. So in the middle, now that you've defined, you have thought about the setting, you've thought about multiple characters who are going to be there, you then need to think about how is it that your story, whether there are multiple stories for each person, and then you would keep connecting them together, or there is one big event which involves everybody. So let's say an example of one big event involving everybody. And if you're writing about your friends and you've taken a trip to a forest, you know, all of you are together in a jeep, in an open jeep, and then, you know, a lion comes in, or you find a magical creature. So that is one event which involves all of the characters in that novel. But you could also write about a story about multiple characters. One could be a postman, one could be a principal of a school, one could be you yourself, and then there would be three friends of yours. And each person's life would have simple stories, something else happening, and then you bring all of them together because of something that happens, you know. And you can similarly think about many other things. So this is something, there is no particular method of doing it. I am just going to talk about what I did. So in my story, there were everybody, mostly when my setting was the ship, most of the people were there, you know, on the ship itself. And then I met a few people when I was in US, in South America. So there are different stories, small stories going on over there. So that's how I did it. But you could look at, if you read, then you could pick up and see, you know, and observe, like in Harry Potter, how do, you know, what is the personality sketch of each person who's coming in the story. You need to pay attention to how the author is introducing each person, you know, character in the story, and how the stories of each of them is weaving together, you know, how one is influencing the other one, right? So, you know, what time is it? It's like 5:30. We have half an hour. So we could, you know, on the chat, if you have written something about something, you know, can you write a one-liner about the story, whether what is that middle, you know, and have you, if you have written the middle, let's look at, you know, how you've or what would you want to do with the kind of people that you know, let's say you're writing a magical story. So would you write you know, multiple stories, or would you write about all of them together? So you're saying as a theme of the ship, most of us choose to write the treasure in the shipwreck. Okay, very nice. That is one of the stories, but you have to bring in, so let's say Kush has written, if the theme is ship, then you would write about treasure in the shipwreck. Now in the shipwreck, if everybody is on the ship and there's a shipwreck, then the story would have, how do you, you know, you know, it's like, you know, mini Titanic, right? So how do people save themselves on a lifeboat? You know, they get together on the lifeboat, and then, so each person will be different. They would react differently, and, you know, when there is a problem. So if it's shipwreck is a big problem, right? And ultimately there would be people who would be, you know, afraid. Some people would do hasty decisions, but some people would be in control. So then you need to think about each person, how that person would behave, you know, during that crisis situation. And that becomes a part of your story, but you need to make that interesting. So not everybody would write about a ship or a shipwreck, but if you are writing about something magical, if that is what interests you, then you need to think about introducing characters who know magic. So there could be a fairy in your, you know, book, or a flying horse, or there could be magical things happening in your story. But you need to again think about making it interesting for yourself also to write about it. So I'll move on. You know, so in the middle part, you know, when you figured out and when you begun writing, you know, you need to then, you know, as I was saying, if there is this event and everybody is affected in that event, you know, so how, when each person behaves differently, then, you know, there is something interesting that has to happen. So if it was a very simple setting, let's say it was a very simple setting in your housing society where there's a playground, and all of you, your friends have gone and they are playing there in that playground. Now there is when something bad happens, let's say around, very near the playground. Let's say an accident happens there. Now how does everybody react to that accident? Do you go, all of you go and help the person? If your main character is known to be a weak person, and he goes or she goes and saves the person who's been in the accident, then he or she becomes the hero. And how does life change after this incident? How does life change for each of them? So that is something, as an example. But each of you need to try out multiple things before you understand, how to make this whole writing process interesting for everybody. So let me look at the chat and see if what kind of questions are there. Maybe Hitesh, anything that in the chat? I can't scroll everything, but Hitesh, Ashima, if you're there.
So Rupa from Facebook says that she wrote about her friend going to a neighbor's house and found out that all the neighbors are vampires as the middle of the story.
Very nice. Okay. And what happened then? Who wrote that?
Rupa from Facebook.
I see. Okay, that's interesting. So so that is an interesting, the whole concept about you going and finding everybody is a vampire now. But who all went there? Let's say it's not you alone. Let's say there are multiple people who have gone there, and then how do you come out of that situation? And whether those vampires are actual vampires who are bloodsuckers and then convert people into vampire, or whether they are different kind of vampires. Whether they're vampires who fly like a bat, or whether they're the typical vampires, which we see in our movies. So you could take liberties and think about how even the vampire characters, you could talk about what happened and before they became a vampire. So if you like zombie movies, then you would see that there would be stories, parallel stories going on, small stories about people and about what happened with each of them and how did they become a zombie. So similarly for the vampire, you could talk about what has been his journey, whether he is a 500-year-old vampire who's been living for 500 years, and what has he seen. So you could think about various multiple events to when we talk about the middle part of your novel. This part is something where you start firming up your idea, and you keep writing regularly, and once you start writing, after one step, you would get clarity. You would keep getting clarity about what you want to write next in the story. So at times with me, I have not figured out the end of the story yet, but I know that I have begun thinking about who the characters would be and what would be the middle. But when I start writing the story in the middle, then while writing, then it gives me idea about what the end could be. So you need to also somewhere in the middle part have decided that how you want to end the story, because that's important. Because one person had a question that his marks are being cut because the end is not interesting. So you need to make the end also equally interesting. If you look at every novel that you have read, beginning is important for you to start. Middle is important because that's where you write majority of what you have written. The end is the most important part, because when your audience reads your whole story, at the end is when he should feel emotions. Either he should feel he should start thinking about what you wrote, or it should generate emotions like happiness or sadness or euphoria or goosebumps. So that is what you would have to achieve eventually, that at the end people can't stop thinking about your story. So that is, so to reach there, you have to figure out everything that I said in the beginning part. You have to figure out the middle, and then you start thinking about the end. So maybe, we could allow people to talk if you want, Hitesh.
Sure. So what I will do is whoever has raised their hands,
Yeah, right.
we will ask 2 or 3 of them. Anya and Krishan, can you ask now?
Yeah, so I'm writing a story, and everyone is saying that I should know what happens next after a chapter, except that's not really my style. Like, after I write it down, I understand what the character feels next, what he's going to do next, except then I have to change the beginning part, so it takes a lot of time. So do you have any ideas what I should do to make it go faster?
So you have to give time, Anya. I think, my approach to writing is similar to yours. I have not yet thought about everything. I have it in my mind or on the paper about, how do the lives of each character intertwine. But when I keep writing one chapter, so one thing that I always do is I make a sync between this chapter and the other. And I also connect something that I left a mystery for in the first few chapters, and I make that come out in the later parts of the chapter. So that would happen once you have written the whole story. You will have to go back from chapter 1 when you are editing it. Do it, you have to continuously go back. I would have done the editing at least 25 times right from start to end, and I have changed the story at every time I was going to write it. So you would need to give time to it, Anya, if you want to write a good story.
Okay, sure, thanks.
Sir,
Yes, please.
so how do we create a character
Have
and
you written?
an introduction?
Okay, so have you written about anything right now so far? Any story that you've written?
Sir, I can't remember.
You can't remember. What would you want to write about, Krishan?
I want to write about adventures and all that.
Okay, and who would be in your story?
All the disasters happening at one day, and I save the world from the apocalypse.
Okay, so you are the hero of the story. Then so then your what would be the hero doing, right? So you are the superhero there, and you would have to define what powers you have, right? So you will have to think about right from start that what could you do? Can you fly? Do you have are you like a Superman or any other superhero? So you will have to define all that for yourself. And if there are other people who are there in your story, for each of them, you would have to define what that person is and what he would do in your story. So somebody is like in trouble and you go and save them. You have friends that are there in the story. So those friends, who are those friends? What's their name? What do they behave like? And are they your good friends or are they your enemies? So you need to think about all of that, and then in the apocalypse, then you think about various events which would happen in the apocalypse, and then what would you do? What would your friends do? So then that's how you kind of create the whole scenario.
Yes, sir.
So, ideas for writing the book?
I'm sorry, you need ideas for writing the book?
Yeah, like ideas which like suits.
See, what do you like reading?
I like reading fictional books and witchery.
Fictional books and? I didn't get you. You write, you like reading about fictional books and what else? Okay, she's not there. Any other question?
Yes, sir.
I'll say.
Yeah, Fatima, please.
So how to if we know the whole story we have written in the character time, how should we give the face of our characters?
you need to visualize, you need to visualize how old is that, so right from age, what does she wear, what does he wear, does he go to school, does he go to college, does he work, what does he work as, is he an architect, is he a doctor? So you need to think about everything, and then you need to think about the personality. So you keep writing, you in your mental image, you need to think about, whether he has a mustache, whether that lady has white hair, she wears a sari, so you need to think about, again, right from what do they wear, how do they look like, and how do they behave. So
Okay,
everything
sir.
in your
Sir,
mind.
because I like to read the books without the pictures. That is more interesting. Or
Oh
in
yeah,
many
yeah.
books,
No, I meant that you need to mentally visualize how your characters look. If you read any story, when you read the story, then you would, while reading, make a image of, the person. So
Okay.
as an author, as a writer, you have to take the audience through your story when they read about what's happening. So you need not necessarily say he has a thin mustache, right? You need not say that he is very aggressive, but when you show him going about his work and show him talking angrily with other people, the reader would know that he is very aggressive as a person. So when you have created a mental image of that person, then you, in your story, through your story, you would show that image to your audience.
okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome, Fatima. There was one more question. Cool. I think we are going fine on timeline. So we'll go to the next part, Hitesh, the last part of the story. All right. So we'll go to the, how to end. You know, you need to here think about, when you start write, for me, like one of the, audience mentioned, that when she writes a chapter, there's then she understands what the next chapter would be, and when writing the next chapter, she at times goes back to the previous chapter. So that happens with me also. But majorly when you're drawing, it's always best to create something with a pen and paper, or if you're comfortable, creating using your laptop, or your or your tab device, to write that document. Keep writing everything about, the setting, the feel of the book, and various characters. So think of the name of that person. If it's a senior lawyer, then you might think of calling him Mr. Sanjay Mehta, who sounds like a lawyer. But if it's a person who's in school, then you might, like have just one word, one name for that person. So right from thinking about a good name that works well for that person, to writing in detail about how that person is, how that person behaves, how he looks, what does he wear, what does she wear, everything that you need to, need to understand that person, you need to write it down over there. And when you then start from the beginning to the middle, you need to start thinking how you want to end this story. So the end is always, it could be mystery that you are working on, and in the end you need to solve that mystery. If it was about apocalypse and a superhero, then how many different, small incidents would happen, and then there would be a final grand apocalypse kind of an event, and how does the superhero finally go and save the world? Or it could be a very simple ending where, when you're writing a simple story about friendship, you could be writing about how there is a fight between friends and they're not talking to each other, and finally what happens, some event happens, and then you start talking with each other, and so there is a happy ending. So you need to think about what kind of ending do you want. At times, you could think about ending first and not the middle. You need to be flexible that way with your story. So you could have thought about the end. So if you're writing about a story of a ship, like I wrote, so in that story, it finally the hero of the story, who is not confident about himself, starts learning faster, starts becomes very good in building relationship with his colleagues on the ship, and he becomes very, very fast in learning technical things about the ship. And so for him to be able to get there, what all happens, how many people he meets. So I had thought about the end, and I had thought about some parts of the middle, but I knew the beginning. The beginning would be about his journey from a small city and to a ship. So that's the beginning, and I knew which the character that would be there on my ship. But there were new characters when I was writing the story. Then there was a ghost also who came in my story. So in the story, there is a ghost who they meet while they were crossing Panama Canal. So ultimately it's your choice. You have to think about, if you were a reader, would you like reading that book, and would you be happy with that kind of an ending, and would it interest you? So that is always that you need to keep in your mind, and think about the audience, think about how many people. So if you're thinking about writing a commercially successful book, then you need to think about whether maximum people would like to read something like that, whether majority of people would like reading about, who most of the people now today like to go back to this. So people like me also like reading about the childhood friendships, like reading about what happens in school. Plus people also like reading about office, startups. Entrepreneurship is like, a lot of people are starting companies, so people would like to read about a story which happens in an office setting. People would want to read about school, or childhood stories. So those are the things that one needs to keep in mind when one thinks about the ending. So let me go to the chat part and see if there are any other questions over here.
Siddharth, couple of kids have questions. Should I ask them to unmute themselves?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so I'm unmuting Sanskriti, Ira, and Pihu. Pihu?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So my question is that what was the first book you wrote about?
The first
What
book
was the first book you wrote?
I wrote only one book. It was about a marine engineer, and it was about the ship.
Yug, Sanskriti, and Ira, you
So
can.
how did it end?
It ends in a city in US, and it ends with him forming friendships with people on the ship who were against him when he went on the ship. So he makes friendships, and people start respecting him and liking him.
So my question was that if we're writing a book, then how long should it be so that it doesn't get boring after some time?
Usually, 250 pages, 300 pages is the usual. It's not about how long it is. It has to be interesting. Each part of the book, when you write from the starting to end, has to be interesting. So if you think writing 50 pages of an interesting book is what you can do, then that's how it should be.
Sir, I've got a question.
Right.
Yes, sir. So, like you said in the starting, you should tell most of the things about your characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, like what I've been planning is not is not really like that. Has it been done mostly? Like you go into the middle and then you share the backstory of your characters. Like when they were alone, something happened to them, a big thing happened with them.
Yeah. So I meant in the beginning part is not the beginning of the novel. I meant the beginning part as the planning part of your before you start writing and then when you start writing. You can introduce characters even at the end. That's not a problem at all. That's how your story is. That's okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I'm Sanskriti. I have a doubt. We have to make a story on which
You can write story about anything that you are comfortable with.
Siddharth, you may want to tell them about what they have to post on
Okay,
Facebook.
sir. Thank you, sir.
What they have to oh yeah, sure. So on Facebook, everybody who likes writing, create create kind of a a storyboard or a mind map. A mind map is something like you write the central theme of your book. What's your theme? What is it that you want to write about, right? This presentation will be shared with you for reference, but look at the theme. Then from the theme, you create boxes with people's name, who those characters are. So name those people, and then write a little description about all of those people. How do they look? Age? What do they do? Student? Are they teacher? Are they doctor? So write in detail about each of them. So if it's a ghost, then you write what kind of ghost is that, and so that you have all of your characters of your story written there, and then start writing about situations in them. So you say situation 1 would be that like somebody said that he or she went to that house, and there they went to meet somebody, but they met the ghost there, or the vampire there. Situation 2 would be when a group of students went to, let's say, a forest, and they met a tiger there. So then you have broad contours of what kind of different situations you want to write in that story. So on that page, and then interlink each of them, then think about how those characters, who will be those characters in each of those situations. And let me help you. So once you post that, I will any specific questions that you have on that mind map or storyboard that you have built, I will give you inputs and help you frame it in a better way.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I am Prakash Bhatt. Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, please.
Sir, in many stories I've seen, sir, there are some intense instances. Like the one boy is going to a school, but as his mother got ill, he came back to the hospital. So, sir, these sometimes seem odd. So, sir, what should we do to improve this mistake?
Hello?
I completely did not understand your question. Can you please tell me again?
I have a doubt.
Let's finish the earlier one.
Sir?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so before Advita, before you say something, we will take 4 or 5 questions. After that, all of you have to write the framework of your story on our Facebook page, and Siddharth sir will see all of them, and he will also select one of them to actually get a prize. Now you can ask questions, but we will close the session in about 10 minutes. Yes, with Diksha. Dikshita, you can ask.
Yes.
So, like, if you're writing a story, and in the middle of your story, like, you have done half of your story, and then you start getting other better ideas. How do you change? How do you start with those ideas? If you feel
you can change. If you think, you will always get better ideas when you start writing the story. So that's a good thing. Whenever you get a better idea, change that. Then your story keeps becoming better and better with that. That's a good thing.
Okay, sir.
Advita, you can ask.
Actually, I didn't have a question, but I want to say that I had written a non-fiction story which had actually happened with me.
Very nice. Very nice. And what
It
have
was
you done?
about my friend who is a doggy called April.
And what did you do with that story? Did you publish it somewhere?
Not, I didn't do any publishing, but I just wrote it.
Very good. Very good.
Excuse
Keep writing.
me,
Keep
sir.
writing a new story then. Yes.
Aditya,
please.
you can post the story on our Facebook page, okay?
Excuse me, sir.
But I written it on my laptop. Maybe I can email it to my mom and she can send it.
Sure, sure.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, I didn't understand that in the middle part, should it be like in Harry Potter? The end was when he was living happily with someone and someone. But in my, it is some other case. My story has an unhappy ending. So is that necessary to have a interest? Is that necessary to have a happy ending or
No, it
something
is
like
not
that?
necessary, Alia. It is not necessary to have a happy ending. It's you as the writer decide, what kind of ending. Just make it interesting. You need to take people through emotions. People should feel something. It's not necessarily happiness is one emotion. Sadness is one emotion. You can generate sadness in people with your story. That's okay.
Okay, sir. And sir, in the middle part, we should write all about what is happening, what is the problem, and what's the solution.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Okay, and should the middle be short or it can be long?
So it depends on how big your story is. If your story is it's a novel, then there's no distinction between the beginning, middle, and the end. So it's like the whole story, chapter by chapter, is flowing together. So
Okay.
the context in which I was talking, the beginning, middle, and the end was majorly in your mind as a writer. What do you want to how do you want to frame that story, and not necessarily from the actual story that you write.
Okay, sir. And sir, I have divided my story into two parts. So in part one, what I did that I ended part one abruptly so that the readers would they would be like, oh, I want to read what's next, what will happen next. Their ego to see or read what happens next. So I can frame my story like that or not?
Yeah, you can. It's always good. So we'll go to the next question.
Okay.
Arya, you could write to Facebook.
I was asking that how to decide it.
Yeah. Okay. So we have time for only 2 questions. The questions, I'm activating a poll. Can you please participate in the poll?
Sanvi has been raising her hand. Sanvi Singh 6560.
1 second. Let me activate Sanvi. Yeah, Sanvi, you can ask your question now.
Do we also have to draw the picture in our characters?
No. It in your mind, when you describe in your mind, you should know how that person is, but just write it down, how the character.
I mean, do we have to also draw the picture or do we just have to write?
You just have to write.
Okay.
No need to draw. So how do you want to do it, Hitesh?
So 1 second.
There are many other questions.
So what we will do is we will handle 3 more questions. After that, you can all post your story on Facebook as a reply to the video, and Siddharth sir will answer it. Divyanshi and Shivansh, you have been trying to ask the question from a lot of time, but you're not able to unmute yourself. I'm trying again. Can you please try?
So now can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I was asking the last time I was asking that how to get ideas of the book. I got muted. I was asking that.
How to get ideas about the book, writing the book. So, you need to write about something that you like, and something that you have seen and observed. It's always better to write about, things that and then there would be some fictional element that you could add. But it's best to write about, story that you can relate to.
And I have written a book on Kindle. The book's name is My Little Brother.
Very nice.
Janshi, you can share the link on as a reply to our Facebook post. We will have a look at that. Thank you. Aradhya, I'm unmuting you. Can you please try now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Aradhya, you can ask the question.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to ask that if, sir, I'm writing a story on my puppy. In that, my puppy was gone to a forest and one bad person found him. So, sir, I want to write in 2 parts. How can I write next part?
Have you written the first part?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so best is that you post that and difficult to answer this question now, but once I see your story, and then I can specifically look at and then give a comment on it.
Okay, sir.
Caroline, you can ask your question now. You can unmute yourself, Caroline. Caroline, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ask your question, please.
I want to ask that what is the majority in the conclusion?
I didn't get your question. Majority in the?
In the conclusion, in the last part we write.
So what is your question? So majority as in what should be the ending?
The ending is about what happiness we share or what ends at the last.
So that depends on you, and that depends on the kind of story that you're writing. So, depending on what you want to write about, it could be a mystery, then the mystery gets solved in the end, or it remains unsolved in the end. That's as a writer, you need to decide that. But whatever it is, as I said, when the reader is reading it, he should find it interesting, and secondly, he should feel emotion when he's reading your book.
Okay, the last 2 questions are by Anvita. Anvita, can you unmute yourself? Can you mute yourself? Yeah.
Yes. So, sir, I have already written a story called Vampire Parents. So I do have the documents, but I'm not able to send it on Facebook.
Sure.
Amrita, you can email it to us at hello@podium.school. I'm writing it on the chat. You can email it to us at the ID, which I am writing on the chat, and we will see it, okay?
Okay, sir.
The last one is Devik, and then we'll close the session. Devik, 1 second, I'm unmuting you. Yeah, Devik.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have the question that I am writing a story at the Lion Man, and I don't know what ability should I give to the character of the story.
So, what does Lion Man do?
Ma'am, sir, he is the hero of the city who saved people from the disaster and bad problems.
All right. So I think again, as a writer, you need to think about what is the kind of superhero you like, and best, because I can tell you, but you might find it boring and you would lose interest in writing. So best is you think about how do you imagine your superhero to be. Write it down. If you need help there, I'll help you there later on. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Now listen to me. We are posting this presentation and the full video on Facebook. You can post your doubts and queries and the stories you have written as a comment on that post. We will request Siddharth sir to look at that and respond to you. And if he likes a story very much, we will be giving away a surprise gift to the person. The details are on the chat. We will also post this on the WhatsApp groups. If your parents are not the part of WhatsApp group, please ask them to join. And also please follow us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/podiumclasses. While we cannot, Siddharth, can you stop the screen share?
I have not, I've already stopped it.
So before we end the session, can all of you raise hands, whoever liked the session? Okay, so Anshul, Ira, Umika have not liked the session. Yug doesn't like the session. If you like the session, please raise your hands. We want to see you. That is good. Vikshita doesn't like the session, it seems. Nikita doesn't like the session.